Welcome back to Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Object 430U. It's a Tier 10 Soviet medium tank and it's located on the north spawn of El Halluf under the command of Captain Ashstorm, and the game has started. Now this is an encounter battle and looks like Captain Ashstorm hasn't loaded in yet. Oh, he has now, his turret's turning and he's away. Now the 430U, well, probably best described as the 430FU, because it really is the last word in mediums. It really is. I don't give a shit about you, or using a bad word, I don't give an F about you. I'm going to do what I want, because it's a really powerful medium. In fact, it's actually what they call a heavium. And Captain Ashstorm's taken it to an obvious spot, and he's just fired a round into that UDES across the valley using the covering of the walls. He's going to fire another round in, and another kill. That's a kill shot right at the start of the battle. Now he's going to go for the Striv. Fires a round in there. It's just firing standard AP. Now he's got a 122mm gun, 440 alpha. 252mm of penetration with a standard round, 8 seconds on the shot. Now the shell velocity isn't that great, as you can see here. It's a bit slow, but this thing has great armor. And yep, I think that Striv has pulled back because he didn't want to be taken out like his teammate. Okay, can we see anyone else? Yes, we can see an AMX-50B, which is a French Tier 10 heavy. Gets a round into him, but did take a round from the AMX for 365. But he got a good exchange because he got 455 instead. Now remember I said that the alpha damage is 440, so that was a high roll. Trying him from a different angle. Bad gun depression, I'm afraid, but he gets one in there. And remember, he's using standard AP at this point. There's another 430U over the distance. Is he going to try and get the kill? No, but he puts one through the front plate of the object, but he's taken damage from two different enemies at the same time, from the Object 430U over on the other side, and from that Lynx. In fact, that was an APCR round from the Lynx. Puts one round into the Lorraine 40 ton, who pulls back because he's got glass armor. And he's got only 3% of his hit points left now. So he's in a desperate attempt to defend the spawn area. The enemy's ignoring their cap, so to speak. They're all trying to come up this way, reacting as if this is a standard battle. Now we know that 430U went around the corner over on the far south side of the map, and the worry is, oh, he's popped up. He's popped up. Captain Ashstorm needs to pay attention to that 430U because he's almost as powerful as you are. In fact, he is as powerful as you are, and he's got more hit points than you. There he is. He's trying to get into a position where he can get the gun depression down to actually shoot at Captain Ashstorm. I think he's headed for those bushes. So yeah, he's just bounced around from the Lynx. Say good armor on this vehicle and potential steel wall out of that one. And he fires around into the Lorraine, but they know he's on reload, and oh, he's bounced another round. Takes out the Lorraine this time. 464 from that roll. That was a high roll. That Lynx is still being a problem. I think he's going to try and go around the rock and come in from the other direction, but he got wiped out in that moment. He was taken out by a T-50, and Captain Ashstorm's happy about that, and he signals affirmative. He can't come out from behind at the moment because that Object 430U is in a commanding position above him, but he can't get his gun depression down. That's one of the problems with the 430U. It's only got 5 degrees like most Soviet tanks. It's a real problem if you're up high because you can't get gun depression unless you come over the edge of a cliff and then you expose yourself to enemy fire. He's trying to work out where he needs to go next. The AMX-50B is just around the corner. And last time we saw that 50B... Oh, he's just been killed! The Centurion Action 10 got him. And in fact, now there are only 4 enemy tanks left. They conquered the enemy in the northwest corner of the map. And now Captain Ashstorm can go after that enemy 430U. We are now capping, so it's going to force that 430U to come out. And I get the feeling Captain Ashstorm is going to try and go in and around him and come up behind him. He hasn't got the hit points to fully exchange with him, trade with him. So I think he wants to try and catch him unawares, sneaking up using the rocks for cover. Oh, there he is. It's coming down. Fires one into his engine bay. Oh, he leaps up and he's airborne. He lands on the ground, does damage to himself. Captain Ashstorm can finish him off. He's a one-shot now, and he is. He's gone. And that wins the game. Captain Ashstorm's happy. Wow, look at the damage to the front of that vehicle. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's a second-class tanker for Captain Ashstorm in the Object 430U. He managed to get a shell-proof, a fire for effect, and he also got a Bruiser medal out of the minor medals, but out of the epic ones. Let's have a look and see what he got there. He got a Spartan. He bounced, in fact, not one, but several rounds from that Lorraine 40 ton when he had less than 10% of his hit points left. He also managed to get a high caliber, dealing the most damage in the battle, and because he survived at the end of the game, having received the most hits and blocked the most damage from the enemy, he managed to get a steel wall as well. And the win rate for the game was 4,559. There you go, look at that, top of the table, 4,570 hit points of damage, picking up those 3 epic medals. The next high scorer was in fact actually the AMX-50B. He picked up the tank sniper, got 3,328. And then came the Centurion Action 10, who killed the AMX-50B. He got 3,322. When it came to kills, it was the Object 705A did best. He got 4 kills in total. Then came Captain Ashstorm with 3, and then there's 2 tanks with 2 kills apiece. And one of those was the TS5. He got a Halluf medal. The others, we've got an Action 10 getting Confederate as well. When it came to base XP, though, it was the 705 got the highest with 1,007, and Captain Ashstorm managed to get 948. The Centurion Action 10, 813. He fired 14 rounds in that game, got 11 direct hits, 11 penetrations, damage of 4,570 hit points, of which 1,151 were up more than 300 meters. So majority of his action was at very close range, very close indeed. He received 13 hits from the enemy, 5 penetrations, 8 non-penetrations. It goes to show the armor on this tank is very, very good for a medium tank. He blocked damage of 2,070 hit points in total. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 5 of the enemy, killed 3 of them, and did 803 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 66,851 credits, and after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, and he didn't use that much. In fact, I don't think he used any premium ammo at all during that game, so he actually ended up with a profit of 6,588 credits at tier 10. He got 4 bonds for getting the awards, the Spartan, the high caliber, and for getting the steel wall. And he also picked up 1,422 XP. There was no multiplier, so that's all the experience points he took away. He said, if your teammates are Muppets, stay and defend the base. Well, most of his teammates went straight to the northwest corner, and there wasn't enough defenders sitting around to protect the spawn area. And it's a good job that Captain Ashstorm did stay there, because otherwise the spawn area would have been overwhelmed, and then the enemy would have come up behind our players in the northwest corner and encircled them. But a very nice win rate for the game, 4,559 Super Unicum standard, and it just goes to show how good the Object 430 FU is. I would say FU because it is basically, it says, I'm a heavium, FU. Yep, so great tank. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it's going to be your replay that I'll be processing in the next video.